We'll now light our chalice. A little fire is a good thing. This is a time when Unitarian Universalists light a chalice to signify that time of coming together. Today it is All Animals Are Our Relatives by Floris Kaplow. Thank you both. We light this chalice in honor of the animal realm. Furred and hoofed, two-legged, four-legged, many-legged, fanged and clawed, gentle and fierce, wild and tame. May we remember that all animals are our relatives, worthy of our care and respect. Our opening words today are When Your Best Friend Has Four Legs or So by Teresa Isoto. What it means to have a pet is to love someone who speaks a language you do not. A dog will bow and prance, a cat will purr and blink, a guinea pig will giggle and squeak. A long time ago, a friend of mine had a dog with soft ears and considered herself the pup's guardian. A gentle way to think of protecting and caring for a friend, such a small gesture of respect for a source of boundless love. The dog's long pink tongue lollying in a goofy grin, the cat convinced that kneading and grooming are crucial to this day. A bird asking for a treat, bending a wing to wave. These are our friends, their loves. It's kind of a surprise that you should love someone so much who would eat the butter off the table if they could get away with it, and get endless hair on the sofa when they aren't even supposed to be on the furniture. When they are called companion animals, it's such an open, tender truth. The endless cuddles and tricks and loyalty, the comfort of fingers to fur and big, adoring eyes. These are friends. They are loves. They stretch our hearts and fill them with their abundance of kindness. When they are gone, our hearts remain larger, though their absence leaves room for expansive grief. Their love, champions and companions us still. And as always, we honor our faith of Unitarian Universalism, always centered in love. Today, we honor interdependence. We honor the independent web of all existence and acknowledge our place into it. Our words today come from A. Milne, who you may know is the author of Winnie the Pooh. Some people talk to animals. Not many listen, though. That's the problem.
We celebrate the web of life, its magnitude we sing, for we can see divinity in every living thing, a fragment of the perfect whole in cactus and in quail, as much in tiny barnacles as in the big blue whale. Respect the water, land, and air, which gave all creatures birth. Protect the lives of all that share the glory of the earth, the glory of the earth, glory of the earth. Yeah.
So now begins the pet blessing. As I said, every year we do this in memory of Reverend Bobby Kilgore. And if you didn't know, Reverend Kilgore, she passed away a couple years ago. We were set to do the very first pet blessing together, and she died just before it. So every year I dedicate to her. She was a lover of animals, particularly her pet rats. So we're going to hear, I wanted her to be included in this service, so we're going to hear a little bit from Reverend Kilgore today. Yes, I found from her final sermon with us, she talked always about her pets, so I took a couple pieces from it. And while we listen to her sermon, I'm going to light our candles here. These are for those pets that have passed on to the Rainbow Bridge. I have two saints of animals here represented, St. Francis, which is, of course, the patron saint of animals. And today is St. Bridget's Day, who is the patron saint of babies and small little animals as well. So we're representing both. Now, it is my great pleasure to welcome our lovely Reverend Bobby Kilgore.
I remember one time giving a talk about connecting to the sacred. And one of the gentlemen in the Cocoa congregation came up to me, Barbara. He's the only one that calls me by my name. I said, yes, Albert. Now, you know I'm an atheist. I said, yes, Albert. You know I'm a scientist. I said, yes, Albert. So how can I possibly connect to the sacred? You really want me to answer that, I asked? Yes. Okay, you might want to have a seat. I said, when you bought your condo, you bought it facing the Indian River, didn't you? Yes. I said, and you built a dock out over the river, didn't you? Yes. And every morning you get your cup of coffee, you go out and you sit on the dock, you face east, and you watch the sunrise. Yes. And you watch the pelicans, the manatees, the porpoise. Yes. And you hear the waves lapping up against the shoreline. Yes. I said, now stop and think for a second about all of that. How does that make you feel? Tranquil, he said. That's your sacred. Anything that brings peace to your spirit, especially in times of trouble or distress, that is your sacred. So we question our faith sometimes, and we question whether or not there is an afterlife. And I'm here to tell you there is, whatever you want to call it, whatever. I truly believe whatever your faith is, that's what you find when you cross through the veil. What is familiar to you. So if you're Christian, you're going to find God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. You're going to find the angels. But the one thing everybody will find is all of your family, your friends, and your pets. People like pets. I'm like, yep, my rat passed away. Dad came to me in my dream, goes, I've got him. I got all of them. They're all with me. I'm like, oh, Lord. Basset hounds, rabbits, and rats. That's going to be a menagerie when I get up there. But I know this, that there will be a day that I will cross through that veil. My dad's going to come for me. Probably all my rats and dogs and stuff will come for me too. But there will come that day. But I hope and pray that when that comes that day, that people don't mourn the loss of me. They celebrate me. They celebrate my life. 23 years in the military, saving lives, both physically, mentally, and emotionally, serving my country. My life as a Unitarian Universalist minister, my life as a seminarian, doing my internship in the Vero Beach Church. All the lives that have intersected my life, whether they be fleeting, be gentle with them, be kind to them. And when you experience loss of any kind, be gentle with yourselves. Be kind to yourselves, whatever that loss is. Remember that in all times of loss, there's also things to be celebrated. Thank you.
So, Bobby, it was about time you got part of my pet blessing. So, now let us call all the creatures. Come hoof and trunk and tail and horn and paw and wing and claw. Come bird and reptile and mammal born, all full of nature's law. Bring bark and crow and ribbit too, and silent stare and hiss. Bring purr and trill and warble too, and voice no ear can miss. We gather here, each life and all, to celebrate and sing, to honor creatures large and small. 'Tis holiness we bring. So the way we're going to do this, you're going to come up, tell some stories. If you have a wonderful pet, bring your pet. We will talk about them. And then I have a little thing for you. We're going to say a little phrase here. I'll say, as you bless our lives, and all of you together will say, may you be blessed. So as you bless our lives. Very good. And that's how we're going to do the blessing. Our closing words are blessed are the animals. Blessed are the faithful, for they shall be called dogs. Blessed are the playful, for they shall be surrounded with love and laughter. Blessed are those without worry, for through them we shall know peace. Blessed are those with no possessions, for they shall be rich in spiritual things. Blessed are the innocent, for theirs is the realm of heaven. Blessed are the animals, and blessed are we. We will now extinguish our chalice. This is Move Through the World in Love by Maggie Levins. We extinguish this flame, but not its meaning and mission in our hearts. Our time together has come to an end. Go in peace, be of service to one another, and may you move through the world in love for all of your days. Thank you both.
Okay. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. I'm not ashamed to say, I hope it always will stay this way. I hope it's off. Why don't you stand up and take a bow? Yeah. If you threw a party, invited everyone you knew,
Oh, I'm not sure.
you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. There you go. Thank you for being a friend. If it's a car you lack, I'd surely buy you a Cadillac. Whatever you need of the time of the day or night. I'm not ashamed to say, I hope it always will stay this way. My hat is off, won't you stand up and take a bow? And when we both get older, with walking canes and hair gray, have no fear, even though it's hard to hear. I will stand real close and say, thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. Dickens, thank you for being a friend.
I want to thank you.
Okay, my friend. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. And when we die and float away into the night, the Milky Way, you'll hear me call as we ascend, Dickens. And once again, I'll say your name. And once again, Dickens, thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being